Hi everyone, welcome to Foundation Friday, where today we are going to be reviewing a foundation that has just dropped in the UK. As per usual, it's been around for quite a while in the US. I'm eager to get some of this on my skin. You all know that I'm rather partial to a little bit of Bare Minerals. The only reason I don't reach for it on a daily basis is because it just takes so long to buff it into the skin and make it look natural, not too powdery and not dry on my skin. I just feel like I'm having to go at it for ages. So when they released a liquid foundation that is based on their original powder foundation, I'm all up for that, and I was super excited. This is the Bare Minerals original liquid mineral foundation. So we are going to get some of this on today. If you are new, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload 2 to 3 videos here on YouTube every single week. I'm also on Instagram if you fancy checking me out over there as well. And I would really appreciate it if after this video you found it helpful or entertaining in any way. Come and join the Pampered Wolf Pack by clicking on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Let's do a little bit of bump on this and I'll show you the application. So this is the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. It's £31 here in the UK. You get the standard 30ml and it comes in 30 different shades. Those shades are quite a wide spectrum of shades, but I've gone for the shade Fair 01, which is the fairest of the shades that they do. I do feel like these shades run quite dark. I also feel like these shades run quite yellow. So if you have a complexion that is fairer than mine, I've got a feeling you're going to struggle to find your shade in this foundation. This is supposed to give medium coverage and a luminous, natural, no makeup finish. It's alcohol free, fragrance and essential oil free. Let's have a look at what it says on the website. So it says this liquid foundation is inspired by our iconic and #1 best-selling original loose mineral foundation, which is made with minimal ingredients for coverage that improves the appearance of skin over time. The next generation clean vegan foundation is made with half the ingredients of other liquid foundations and without silicone, parabens, talc or oil. It instantly minimizes the look of pores, redness and imperfections and is proven to improve the look of bare skin in as little as 4 weeks. So it does have an SPF of 20 in here. Please don't rely on any SPFs in foundation. This is a mineral SPF made solely of titanium dioxide, but definitely shouldn't be relied upon. You should always put a standalone SPF underneath this to get your sun protection. This is just a little bit of an added buffer. So it says on the website to shake the foundation bottle well before applying, which I did. Twist the top to open and dispense 2 pumps to the back of your hand for medium coverage. I actually think that 2 pumps is slightly excessive. I wish the pumps gave out slightly less of the formula. I think that would be a better way, and then you could build it up as you wanted and you didn't have to waste the product. Dot to distribute with fingertips onto the cheeks, forehead and chin and anywhere you'd like coverage. Sweep to smooth using small outward strokes with your fingertips. Press to perfect and blend. Now it also says for foundation brush users, after you dot with your fingertips, sweep to smooth using small outward strokes, then press with your fingertips to perfect. So this foundation applies beautifully whether you're applying it with your fingers or a brush. I do feel like you get slightly more coverage with your fingers, but you can always apply slightly more if you're applying it with a brush. It does say on the website that if you are going to layer this, use your fingertips for better coverage. But I found that you can easily layer this with a brush as well if you don't like getting your fingers dirty. The key to making this foundation look as natural as possible is to use your fingers to just press this foundation into the skin once it's been applied. It wakens up the foundation formula and really does melt it into the skin and make it look super natural. It just looks beautiful. Now, I don't feel like I got masses of coverage with this. It was definitely medium coverage, but I would say low to medium coverage. Definitely not full medium coverage, even when I built it up in certain areas. You can still see some imperfections through this foundation, but I think it looks stunning. When I first dispensed this onto the back of my hand, it looks like a very stiff formula, but it's definitely not a heavy formula. As soon as you start to mess around with this, it goes very gel-like and liquidy on the skin. So as soon as it's been warmed through, it's really easy to work with and very easy to blend. Now, this foundation does claim to airbrush the pores and smooth all your texture. I do feel like it does that. Not massively, not like a matte foundation would do, but it's definitely airbrushed enough that I feel my skin is more perfected. This definitely gets rid of all my redness though, and it hasn't clung to any dry areas, and I do have quite considerable dry areas around my chin and mouth area, and it has not sat in those or emphasized the texture around that area at all. This is dried down, it doesn't leave a tacky finish on the skin. Having said that, it was slightly shiny to begin with, so I have powdered my T-zone just to diffuse that shine a little bit. By diffusing that shine, it still looks natural, it doesn't look powdery at all, it's just taken the edge off slightly. So let's have a look at this in natural lighting. It actually looks shinier on camera than it actually did in real life, probably because the sun was coming through the window and it was actually quite bright in that particular room. But it looks beautiful. Again, you can still see all the imperfections, but as you can see, this has not tried to move into my smile lines at all. And you can definitely see that this hasn't sat in any of my texture. I'm really happy with how this has looked. It just depends how long this is going to wear for and whether this dries out my skin as the day goes on, which can sometimes happen with the Bare Minerals original powder. Time will tell. As per usual, I'm going to do a considerable wear test on this and check in with you a little bit later on. So I'll see you all in a bit. Welcome back to the check-in. It's now been 10 hours since I first applied the foundation to my skin. It's actually almost been 11 hours since I first applied this foundation to my skin, and I think it's done really well considering the challenges that it's faced. This does not look the best foundation that I've ever had on my skin. However, my skin is not doing well at the moment. I am really stressed. I am incredibly tired at this moment in time, and it always shows itself in my skin. So my skin is not in tip-top condition without the foundation. I wouldn't expect my skin to look the best it's ever been with the foundation. So I just wanted to clear that up because it's not really a fair trial without me saying that to you in the first place. So yeah, I think this done really, really well, and I will continue to wear this hopefully when my skin gets a little better and update you in a future faves and fails. So we've had a lot going on in the Pampered Wolf household over the last week. We've had quite a bit of illness in the house. Seth has had COVID, and obviously with his diabetes, we've had a lot to deal with the complications with his diabetes, as well as having COVID at the same time. I have not slept very much at all. So hence the videos that I've been doing recently have actually been quite short videos because I haven't really felt like filming very much. So anyway, I just wanted to fill you in on that. This is a pre-record. It won't be going out for quite a while. So by the time you see this, he will be back at school. He will be, you know, absolutely well as anything. But yes, it's been a little bit, I've been on the edge of my seat, shall we say. So this foundation has done really, really well considering the circumstances. So let me show you this in natural lighting. Now, when I've worn the original powder foundation in the past, it's gone on beautifully as long as I've buffed it in and buffed it in. But by the end of the day, my skin looks a little dry. That's happened with this as well, but along with it, it also looks a little bit shiny. So it looks very healthy. It's got that healthy glow. But if you zoom in really closely, it has emphasized my texture and my dryness around my chin area, and it has slightly sank into the dryness that are in my smile lines. It hasn't sank into my smile lines. It just looks a little dry in my smile lines, and it's clung to those drier areas. So this has worn really well as the day's gone on. Some of it has disappeared, but it seems to have faded evenly rather than patches lifting here, there and everywhere and it looking a little mismatched uneven and patchy on my skin. That definitely hasn't happened. It just looks like the level of coverage has decreased as the day has gone on. Now, I did powder this in place right at the very beginning. This has gone a lot shinier as the day has gone on, but I haven't had to blot. So just wanted to inform you that this hasn't lifted because of any blotting that I've done. It just seems to have worn off naturally as the day has gone on. But like I've said, you know, I've had a lot on. What can we say? So I wouldn't say that this is transfer resistant, although it's definitely not tacky on my skin. I can touch my face and not have that sticky feeling or damp feeling on my skin. It's really comfortable to wear. Like I said, I am going to continue wearing this. I enjoyed the application process. I enjoyed the way it looked after applying it. And hopefully when my skin gets a bit better, this is going to be beautiful on my skin. At this moment in time, I feel like my skin would look way more flawless if I just covered it up a little bit more, but you know me. I tend not to do that. I like my skin to be able to breathe, although skin doesn't actually breathe, but you know what I mean. I really hope you found this video helpful. Do let me know what you've thought about it in the comment section below. Also, pass on your experiences if you've tried this foundation already. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Please let everybody know. And also label your comment with your skin type as well, because I think everybody would find that extremely helpful along with your knowledge. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.